Okay, hello everybody. My name is Lehtovaara and I'm a PhD student from Aalto University, Finland. And today I'm presenting the paper Waste in Design Management Operations from the Viewpoint of Project Needs. We have four authors for the paper: Petteri Uusitalo, me, Olli Seppänen and Antti Peltokorpi. We are all from Aalto University, Finland. And as Petteri, he was not able to join the conference, unfortunately. From behalf of him, I will presenting our paper today. So the problem that we are tackling today, or we are tackling with the paper, is in general waste. So the waste, as most of you probably know, is hindering the productivity in the project processes. From the design management's point of view, the poor information flow is quite usual, and in the form of delayed or heterogeneous drawings or overly complex designs, waste is generated in the process that, in addition of hindering the productivity of the design process itself, it also decreases the productivity and flow of the operations and the construction itself. And the traditional design management is often, it aims for removing waste from individual design processes, which basically sub-optimizes the process improvement and not concerns the process, the project as a whole. This often happens in a way that each design process has their own goal. They're focusing on creating documents instead of holistically looking for the project goals and improving the project, working together to form and complete the project, which leads to the sub-optimized situation where the documents are optimized, not the process itself. With this in mind, the aim of our study was to look on how the project participants perceive the waste in design management operations and in which ways the waste could be eliminated. So we took the project point of view, looking holistically from the project, both design process and production process point of view, which kind of waste occur in the design management and how it could be eliminated, and in addition how it could be formed or how could we ensure that the waste could be eliminated in the design process. We used constructive research approach. We utilized a single case study with one residential building where we interviewed 11 professionals in a semi-structured manner. We compared the results to the previous research and to the problem that we presented earlier. And in that in mind, we formulated a conceptual solution how the waste could be eliminated in the design process to holistically optimize the whole process, the project. The results are categorized in three main themes: the design or the technical design process, social design process, and the team and project processes. If you first look at the technical design process, which means just doing the drawings and roughly just doing the design itself. So the most predominant issues that were concerned in the interviews that generate waste are the details without proper prerequisites, a point of inspection is made too late, and poor information flow, which basically means that the process of handling the technical design process is not managed that concretely. And in addition to hindering the process flow in the design phase, it also hinders the productivity in the production phase when the information flow is not moving from the design to the production effectively. In addition, the quality control of the design seemed to be quite poor, and the inspections and the detailing were done in kind of ad hoc manner instead of having a structured process for that. In terms of the social design process, we noted that especially the missing trust and lack of effective communication made the process quite inefficient, meaning that if we don't have trust between the participants, between the designers, but also between the contractors and the designers, the process gets really inefficient. In addition, it means that even though we increase the amount of communication, it doesn't necessarily mean that the communication would be better. We also need facilitation, we need a well-structured process to enable efficient communication. And third, by observing the team and project processes, we saw that the predominant problems were found in determining the responsible party and individual versus the project goals, which means that the process structure wasn't always that clear who is responsible for doing some certain things. And in addition, it seems that the individual designers especially had different goals related to the goals that the project had. And it was noted that the designers got contradictory requirements from different parties, from the project manager, from other designers, and from their own department manager, which made their own management of the management of their own process quite heavy and quite ad hoc. So in summary, the results indicate that the problems related to the waste and the poor information and poor flow in the design process are connected to the low maturity of the designs or low ability to manage the maturity of the designs, poor timing of the design process, and also the flow of the design information in the design process, but also from the design to the project or to the production phase. We also noted that need for better communication is needed, although more communication doesn't always mean the communication will get better. The design experienced absence of control of their own work, meaning that when they get contradictory requirements from different parties, they're not able to autonomously think what would be the best way of doing their own work. And in addition to that, it seemed that the project and the design process had several unaligned goals, which means that it was not always clear for the participant what was the thing that they were supposed to be doing at the time. So, based on these results, we came up with a conceptual model for holistically optimized design process. And there are three main elements that are concerned in the process that aim to reduce the waste and improve the flow of the project. So first, we have the technical process utilizing so-called level of detail, which means that we have a commonly aligned design process that follows the same principles for every design discipline. In addition to that, we have a decentralized, or we could call autonomous, team-based processes. So even though we have this shared technical design process, it doesn't mean that the teams or the designers working should work exactly with the same manner, as long as they are coming up with the goals for the shared goal and shared process. And to align these two different approaches, we suggest that collaboration through trust is the essential point to connect these two different domains. So we see that the strength of the model comes from that it covers and takes in account these two different approaches, or actually three different approaches. We took the social and technical process, but as well we look for the team processes combined in the model. We also take advantage of level of detail, which means that we can pull the design schedule from the production schedule and, for example, combine it with, for example, TACT scheduling. We have a shared goal instead of several individual goals, which means that we are able to contribute for the project more efficiently and not just optimize different design documents individually. And for further research, the model is just conceptual at the moment, so it needs more detailing, and in addition we need implementation and validation with the companies to validate how the model would work in practice and how would it contribute to the flow in practice. Thank you.